Good afternoon, Bob Dalton coming to you from Allendale's trading floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Monday, the 10th of May, 2010. Trade today seemed to be focused on what to expect tomorrow. We had a fairly narrow trading range today in corn and soybeans, and tomorrow morning we get the USDA supply and demand numbers as well as crop production numbers coming out 7:30 a.m. again. So feel free to give us a ring somewhere after 7:30 so we can digest the numbers, make heads or tails of them, and we'd be more than happy to share our views from that point on. 800-262-7538 is the number, and our estimates, as presented to you by Joe Victor, can be found on Allendale's website, the homepage at www.allendale-inc.com. So that's probably the primary reason why the grains didn't do a whole lot of anything today, even with the dollar being sharply lower at the open and crude oil being up at one point overnight, up $3. We didn't see a whole lot happen with the grains. We actually opened up a little bit lower than where we finished trading in the overnight electronics session. And when it was all said and done today, corn gave back 1.5 points at 370 and a half. That's where they settled. Soybeans up a whole penny at 961, the July contract. Wheat, however, did get pulled back. We've been hearing reports from the crop tours that are going on out west that the wheat looks pretty good. We didn't get the significant frost freeze that they were talking about out in Kansas this weekend, so that wheat survived any potential damaging threats from the temperature from the weather over the weekend. They pulled the wheat back today. We were down 17 3/4 Chicago wheat, settling at 492 3/4 in the July contract. So wheat pulling back a little bit. There's still some strong technical support lines right below this market. May give you an opportunity to buy it if you want to try to get long this wheat, or off of a bounce. I'm advising to those who are looking to hedge, take advantage of the bounces in the wheat market and either forward contract some of it out or get your hedges done on the board. Back to the dollar and crude right now. The dollar's down about 21 points at 84.44. That's significantly better than what we've seen the dollar trade at today. We were down almost a full point during today's session, and now we're only down 21. Crude oil right now sitting at about $77 in the electronics, up $1.90. Again, that crude was up $3 at one point today. So pulling back the crude, the dollar strengthening up a little bit. Maybe preparing for a turnaround Tuesday in commodities tomorrow. We'll see exactly what happens. And of course, the reason for the dollar today, doing what it was doing, trading back quite harshly. We had the European Union and the IMF go ahead and approve $1 trillion worth of credit for countries that may very well need bailout type funds. Starting with Greece, they're looking at Portugal next. That was one of the big names that was up there. And we know that Spain isn't too far behind either as far as having a monetary need for that type of bailout funding. So we'll stay tuned and see what happens here, but today the dollar did take a hit off of that news. The euro having a hard time regaining a lot of what it has lost, but the dollar pulling back and then strengthening up as the day goes on, so we'll see. Over to livestock now. You got the feeder cattle today up 20 cents at 112.62 and a half. That's where they settled up. Live cattle 96.70 up 80 cents. Live cattle today are being bid at $100 down in Texas. They're asking 101 to 102. Are we going to see this cattle run again? Quite possibly, yes. The fact that the dollar was lower and the Dow Jones right now up 400 some points. Those are indicators that all's clear. Dow up 330 right now. Excuse me. Those are indicators that all's clear. That what happened last week not going to affect the U.S. markets. Go out there, spend your money, get back into the market, go buy beef, go buy steaks. I'm not convinced yet, but that is in fact what may be pulling this cattle market up for another leg higher. So again, today the fats finished up 80 cents, 96.70. Hogs were up 32.5 today as well. 85.85 is where they finished trading. So again, just to wrap it up, we do have a report coming out from the USDA tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. Feel free to call us here at Allendale after 7. That would give us till 7:45 or so to be able to put all the numbers down on paper and make sense of them and be able to give you accurate results and direction after a bit of analysis on the numbers. So give us a call. 800-262-7538 is the number. And if you want to take a look at what Allendale's projections are, that can be found on our website at the homepage, www.allendale-inc.com. Again, my name is Bob Dalton. Have a great trading week, and we'll talk with you again soon.